Greetings folks, Fuzz here, welcome to our next live stream, and hello as well to those that are joining us after the live stream, since YouTube does archive these videos, which is quite helpful actually. And I'm just sorting out my characters here briefly before we head on in to the Tomb of Wraithwell. We did go ahead and take out the Demon Wall in the last live stream, so we're going to be making our way through the rest of the dungeon today. I'm just trying to sort out which party I want to take in with us. And I'm thinking Balthea and Bash due to their health totals. And Ashe as well, since she can do a little bit of healing. Or maybe Fran, actually. Yeah, I think we'll take Fran, since she needs to level up a touch as well. So we're going to start by giving Fran the levelling amulet. The embroidered tippet. And I think I'm happy with everything else that she's got on. So she's going to be healing. Yep, I'm happy with that, I think. And we'll just go ahead and check out Balthea and Bash briefly, but they should be good to go as well. Yeah, they're fine. I think we'll use Bash as our party leader. And hopefully, we should be fine now going into the actual dungeon. Okay, let's get started. So there are a few treasures in this place, which I'm going to hopefully try and get on the way as we go here. Let's just bring up the overlay map to help us out a little bit. And there's quite a couple of different varieties of enemies here, so I don't think we're going to get big battle chains. So there's a treasure first of all down here at the end. And this is a one-time spawn treasure. I'm just going to go ahead and give Bash the bangle. That way we can hopefully keep an eye out on the traps that would otherwise cause us harm. Dispel is always useful, of course, especially on boss fights when enemies tend to have quite a few buffs and that active and we need to get rid of them. Oh good, we're starting to level up again. I'm going to check something, it won't be a moment. Okay, I'm back. So handkerchiefs are actually quite useful for the upcoming boss battle because they remove oil. And the boss does like to cast oil and then absolutely obliterate the party with fire attacks. So I will have to remember to set up some gambits to remove that as well. And around here there's just treasure chests that don't really do a whole lot. Just head around, there we go. $113 gil, 28 gil, and again just some rubbish in here I think. Yeah, another 65 gil. Ah, Bash has just gained 2 levels. So that embroidered tippet does actually make a difference, to tell you the truth. It is a useful accessory to equip. Well, we've just done a loop around this place. And I think we forgot to go to the other waystones first, but that's cool. I did need to get a little bit of XP as well. So we'll make our way back up to the centre here. And you do get good experience in this place, actually, so good opportunity to get a few levels if need be. Alright, we've got the map and everything, that's cool. Hello, Mr. Death. Welcome to the stream. Are you playing on PS4, are you, Mr. Death? I can't remember. Or are you on the PC version? I still don't know if there's an easy way to get it on the PC version, but I am keeping my eyes out for it, since no doubt something will open up at some point. I just need to head back for a moment. We'll go this path. The hidden passage we still need to go into. Okay then. Yeah, so basically then, Mr. Death, if you watch how I do it on the video, where I explain it to you, you're looking for the three numbers. I think they're 88, 97 and 90. And that's the healing numbers that Rex has to cast. Now, if you do need to get those numbers one after the other, so if you get 88, but then you don't get 97 until later, then you still need to get 88 again. So once you've got those three numbers, 88, 97 and 90, with Rex's healing, then you can go ahead and quit back to the main menu and load up your autosave on the airship. But just make sure that you do follow those steps exactly, because anything else you do is going to change the RNG and prevent you from actually getting the bow. Oh, come on, loot these chests. So there's a secret passageway around here. Yeah, but it's good that you're on the PS4 though, because at the moment it does not work on PC. And now we just need to go and do exactly the same thing on the other side here. I do like the speed up feature of the Zodiac Age. I don't know if I can play the original PS2 version again now that we've been spoilt with this. Although sometimes it can make pinpointing your location when you need to open doors and chests a little bit of a nuisance. Hiya folks, welcome to those just joining us on the stream this afternoon. And are we still getting good experience? It looks like we are. 19, 18 and 18. I might have to swap my characters around shortly so that we can all keep up together. Right, this way now. I'm just checking for chests. There are another couple of chests located around here that are fixed one-time spawn chests. That's true, actually. Yeah, there is a bomb around, isn't there? Vanish. Wonderful stuff. And there is actually another chest in here as well. And that is located just over here, actually. Yeah, by a trap, of course. Oh, it's a Hastagar, mate. That could come in useful, actually, on the boss. But we'll go ahead now and just remove this thingy. Not eco herbs, right? Gold needle, that's the one. So I do try and keep my stock up nicely of status removing items, since you do get a heck of a lot of them in this game, of course. That's not the rare mob. There is a rare mob that can spawn, I think, around here. But you have to kill a lot of ghosts first or something, if I'm remembering things correctly. Right, I might just have to sort out a few of my other party members, because they're going to fall behind a touch here if we don't. So let's get rid of Balthier and Fran for now. And we're going to go ahead and keep Bash as leader. Yeah, that's fine. Right, who do we want to level up? Probably Varn, I should think, at this point. So we'll give him the embroidered tippet. And I think that his other gear is absolutely fine. Ah, the buckler. He can have that. Okay, he's already got the silken shirt on. Right then. Let's go, I guess. Before we do that, actually, let's give Penello the golden amulet so she can build up some license points as well. Oh, she can't equip it. What does she need? Accessory 6. There we go. And I'm just going to check my healing gambits very briefly. Okay, that should be good. Alright, I think we're good to go. You can't get everything they sell. No, you can only give them the amount that you just said, Mr. Death, for the trophy hunters on the beach at the Fon Coast. So you have to pick and choose what items you want from them. So we can take a brief detour back now in order to save. Hang on, we don't need to run back. How far through the game are you then, Mr. Death? The good news is actually with the items that you can get is that you can get those items from other locations as well. I think some of them are limited, but you can get them from other locations, especially thanks to trial mode more than anything. Oh, you're near at the end, are you? Okay, no, that makes sense then, that you'd be doing a lot of that stuff now. Right, this is the way we want to go. Just need to slow things down a touch here. There we go, there's the door. Yeah, you do get a lot of different hunts and side quests in Final Fantasy XII, don't you?
Fog? Underground?
Not fog. Mist.
You can see the mist with your eyes?
Where it is thick enough, you may. The nether runs deep in this place.
So, is the mist dangerous?
Yes, but it is also an aid. A dense mist allows the working of powerful magics.
I'll keep that in mind. Can't count on Vaughn to keep track of these things. That's for sure.
Ah, right, yeah. Right, so we're going to head down now. There are some treasures to grab, though, from around the place. But we have to do that, I think, after the boss fight more than anything. There's a couple we can get now, mind. The blood sword is very nice. In fact, who can equip swords? Ashe can equip daggers. We'll have to wait until the second job slot, I think, opens up. Maces for you. Katanas for you. Okay, yeah, we'll have to just wait. I think there might be one more chest up here. Yeah, there it is. Guns aren't the best weapon to use, Mr. Death, unless you're playing weak mode. I mean, they are very, very good, don't get me wrong, and you'll do a heck of a lot of damage, but they can be quite slow. So you'll do lots of damage in a single shot, but won't be able to attack as quickly. That said, if you're playing weak mode, then guns are conversely the best weapon that you can use because they don't depend on the player level in order to do their damage. So just before we get started here, going to set a handkerchief. One up. Or two. And we might be able to steal a couple of things. An Ares gem. Very good. This is our first Esper battle. So let's switch back now to Bash. Okay, Fire Jar is about to be cast, so... we've run out of high potions, have we? That's really annoying. No, we haven't. That's fine. Right, this is where we need to start casting handkerchiefs after this. On those that survive, anyway. So, Varn needs a handkerchief. Hopefully, he'll get that off. Otherwise, the fire damage is going to be absolutely incredibly strong. Right, this is where you get obliterated if you have oil on you. I can't remember off the top of my head, Mr. Death. You could be right, actually. Oh, goodness me. Let's try and get everyone back to life. Let's just bring Ashe back in. We've done it. I forgot that Fran was casting Aqua. I'd even set her Gambit up for it. But we got there in the end. I probably won't go for a long stream this morning, or this afternoon rather, since it seems a few people must be a little bit too busy to join us today, and I can go and get some other things done while it's quiet. But I do want to go ahead and select some jobs first.
In glory they arose, shouting challenges at the gods, but prevail they did not. Their doom it was to walk the mist until time's end. A legend of the Nemo.
My family tells a story of the Dynast King and an Esper. The story goes that in his youth, the Dynast King defeated a mighty Gigas, for which the gods took heed of him. Thereafter, it was ever bound to him in thraldom.
So, all this time it's been here guarding the Dynast King's treasure?
Not so. The Esper is the Dynast King's treasure.
That's your treasure?
In this Esper we now command rests a power whose worth is beyond any measure.
Is that so? Call me old-fashioned, but I was hoping for a treasure whose worth we could measure.
Right, so before we proceed into the final area, there should be one more chest for us to pick up. There it is. And it's the wonderful Shades of Black, which is a lot of fun to use, actually. Despite the fact it certainly has a random nature to it. And so it's not always the most practical of items. But as I say, it is a lot of fun a lot of the time. And sometimes you can get lucky. It does tend to cascade a fair amount.
What's wrong? Your Majesty, we must go.
What? will be avenged.
Okay, it's time to get out of this place. Unfortunately, we have the handy waystone to help us on our way. And it's time to select our job. So I've got my handy little notes here of the jobs that I've decided I'm going for. And we've already selected our first job for each character here. Let's just go ahead and save before we go ahead and do this, lest we mess up or something. So first of all, we need to go to the license board and actually purchase the second job. So we'll go ahead and do that first. And then I'll just quickly run through the jobs that I'm going to be going for. So with Varn here, I've decided that he's going... what's his first job? He's the Red Battle Mage, that's right. And he's going for Archer as his second. And the basic reason that I've chosen this is he can do some good physical damage with the Mason robes, but he'll also be able to go ranged as well and do a lot of damage when need be. So let's go ahead here. No, not White Mage, and choose Archer. And as always, I do recommend that you do go ahead, as I just did, and save before fiddling about with jobs, because don't forget, job choices are permanent. Okay, so Balthea has already selected Bushi, and next up he's going for the Ulan class. Or I might have got that wrong actually. I'm just going to check that I'm definitely going for the right one here. Yeah, I don't think it matters too much. You can either be Ulan or Knight. So let's go for Knight, and then we'll give Ulan to our other person. Hi you guys, welcome to those just joining us on the stream. We've just finished up with the Tomb of Wraithwall, and so we're going ahead and selecting our job combinations with our characters here, since the second job choice has now come available to us. Fran, who is a black mage, is going to be comboing that with the monk class. Bash is currently a Shikari, so let's go ahead and learn what we need to learn first. There we go. Don't forget, guys, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. And hopefully then you'll be notified when I do go live in the future or post any more Final Fantasy XII videos, etc, etc. Right, so Bash is Shikari. He's going for the Breaker, the Foe Breaker second job. And next up we've got Ashe. I do like to try and keep everybody having unique jobs so that all 12 are used, but you don't have to do that. You can go ahead and, you know, multiply on jobs if you like, so to speak. And we're going to select Ulan for Ashe. So some interesting combinations here. But I want to go for a different setup than I went for on my PS4 playthrough. Penelo, so she's the white mage at the moment. We're going to select Machinist, which is the last job that hasn't been chosen for her to use. There we go. And the other thing I think we can do before we start spending lots of licenses is to see who is going to be best to get Belias. Now, when it comes to Espers and Quickenings, you want to see what's going to be blocked off or not blocked off. So, for example, it's probably pointless Varn learning Belias with his jobs, since it doesn't give him access to anything else. So let's have a look at Balthier. So Balthier will learn Potion Law 1. Well, you know, that could come in useful, I suppose. But if he learns it, he'll also get to learn Libra. Okay, fair enough. Fran, her monk, is pointless for learning it, and so is Black Mage, so she's out of the equation. So far, Balthier is the only person to use this. It's similar, Victorino, in the sense that I've gone for 12 jobs as opposed to multiplying them. But from what I've heard on Reddit, this is actually the strongest setup. And it could be wrong, because I think, quite frankly, nobody really knows what the strongest setup is, since I just don't know how that can be tested. But apparently, you know, it is, so we'll see how we get on. Bash unlocks Horology. Ashe, nothing and nothing. And then finally Penelo, nothing and nothing. So it looks like actually Balthier is going to be the Belias wearer of choice. So that gives him access to Libra, which isn't that exciting, and neither is Potion Law 1. But it's about the only thing that's going to matter compared to some of these others. So, oh, by the way, guys, if you are playing on PC and you want to play about with different job combinations, I have gone ahead and just put up a master save file, which I didn't create, but I put a link to it in another video. So you can download that and start with a blank state if you want to. That's not what I'm doing here. This is continuing on with my current playthrough. But you can go ahead and use that if you want to do so. Okay, so I don't know whether just to spend a little bit of time in trial mode. And actually, before we do that, I just want to see who it is that can wear swords. Okay, that's not the sword that I want to see. Where's the Ulan's weapons? Okay, it's the spears. And then guns. Machinists are great, by the way, if you're going on a weak mode playthrough. You'll probably want multiple ones, since guns are very, very powerful indeed. Hello, Torrum. Okay, well, let's just move ahead, shall we, for now. I'll worry about spending my license points after the stream, since that's not the most exciting thing to watch. Hello, by the way, and welcome to those just stopping by on the stream. We've just finished in the Tomb of Wraithwall, collected our first Esper in Belias, and unlocked all the jobs.
Such a tremendous honor to again be graced with your presence, Majesty. You left us with such great dispatch upon our last encounter that I must confess I had begun to worry that we may have given your Majesty some cause for offense.
Such a heartfelt display of remorse. Now what is it you want?
I want you to give me the Nethicite.
The Nethicite?
That is a base imitation. We seek Wraithwall's legacy, the ancient relics of the Dynast King, Deifacted Nethicite. Did you not tell them, Captain Ivalice?
Majesty.
Oh, I see, Tom. Yeah, I think a lot of people
That is the Nethicite.
get a little bit anxious about selecting jobs in this game because of the permanence to
If we
it.
are to save Dalmasca, we must accept the truth. I will fight this profitless battle no more.
But at least it isn't too far into the game where you get to select all 12.
Captain Ivalice has struck a wise bargain. In return for the Dawn Shard, the Empire will permit Lady Ashe to reclaim her throne, and the Kingdom of Dalmasca will be restored. Think on it. An entire kingdom for a stone. You must admit, 'tis more than a fair exchange.
And when all is said and done, your master will have another pet.
Lady Ashe, let us take him for the people of Dalmasca. Your Majesty wallows in indecision on peril of their heads. And his shall be the first to fall.
Well, at least your sword is to the point.
To think the relics of the Dynast King were Deifacted Nethicite, Dr. Sid will be beside himself.
What did you say?
Captain Ivalice, take them to Shiva. They should have leave to return to Rabanasta soon. I want you to assess its power.
Did our orders not specify that we return the stone for testing?
I will not chance returning with a stone that is yet unproven.
So after these cutscenes, we are going to have a boss battle coming up, and I'm going to summon Belias, I think, so that we can have a little play with him, having just collected him. Something I didn't do a whole lot in my PS4 walkthrough was just summon espers for the fun of it. So I'll try and do that a little bit more, since people did request that we see them a little bit more in that playthrough, and they never really got to do so.
When we return to Dalmasca, we can announce that you are alive and well. I will then continue our negotiations with the Empire. I believe Lars is the key. He'll listen to us. We should trust him.
Who are you, Vossler, to talk of trust?
A son of Dalmasca.
Yeah, I know what you mean, Torrent. It's interesting, actually, because they were improved in the Zodiac Age quite a lot from the original game, the way summons actually work.
Only results.
So they are quite fun to use. But yeah, a lot of the time you just don't feel the need to, do you?
Such heat! The mist, it's burning!
6,800, 6,900, 7,000! This must be Deifacted Nethicite! The count still climbs!
Ah, we found it at last. True Deifacted Nethicite. The power of the Dynast King in my hands. Blood alone does not an emperor make, vain.
What is this? Something's wrong!
What is it? You stand.
Hold her down!
This is where Fran goes psycho, but actually becomes quite powerful then throughout the fight for us.
What's wrong with her?
I always knew Fran didn't take well to being tied up. I just never knew how much. How about you?
I like Fran's idea. Let's get out of here.
No farther! Sky pirates, the future of Dalmasca will not be stolen. Why do this, Bash? This struggle is futile. You must know where it leads.
I do know. All too well.
And we're off. I'm just going to take control of Balthea for a short while. And the ads are dead already. And so let's go ahead now. Where's Balthea gone? I forgot we was going to summon Belias, weren't we? So, you can actually take control of these summons now in the Zodiac Age, something you couldn't do in the original game, and choose what it is you want to cast with them. Let's cast Pain Flare, shall we? For a nice 1,000 points of damage. In fact, we need to just start healing Balth before he gets obliterated. Have we got any high potions left? Yes, we have. That's helpful. And we'll speed things up a bit. Get rid of the slow. Oh, just cast it on Belias. Why did I do that? I have no idea. Let's try and get rid of this Imperial Swordsman that keeps hitting us. And again. Ah, didn't even get to kill it because the boss died thanks to Belias. Yeah, it's pretty good, Torun. Get to control your Espers now. Never got to see Hellfire, though, in that battle. I was hoping to cast it, but I didn't see that Vossler was about to die so easily.
Engine power falling rapidly. It's negative. Impossible.
Engine room, this is the bridge. Report.
What are they doing down
What's
there?
happened?
The Nemesis draining the ship's power.
Disengage it at once.
I want that
We're
number
trying
3
to go
unit
good.
seal. Let me infected.
Critical in 300. Cascade failure.
And now we have to get a bunch of cutscenes again.
Ashe, let's go.
Try and get out of this place.
All I have done, I've ever thought of Dalmasca first.
I know you do. I would ne'er gainsay your loyalty.
Look on what my haste has wrought. Did I act too quick? Or was your return too late? I can serve her no more. You must take up my charge.
This might get a little dicey.
The mist. It manifests now.
Is that what you call this?
Hello, Basheki. Oh, that's very kind of you to say. Thank you very much. I'm really pleased, actually, that quite a few people have said how helpful the Final Fantasy XII and other videos that I've done have been to them. So I really appreciate that feedback. Thank you very much. I'm glad it helped. And we get another achievement. The Mist Seethes.
Lost. As word of the events in the yacht sounded throughout the Empire, quit I Bujeba, citing sudden malady. My true motive, to bring the various counter-imperial forces scattered throughout Ivalice together in unified resistance. By this time, Lady Ashe had made her return to Rabanasta. She had not, however, made known her presence. Rather, she was content with keeping both her own whereabouts and those of the Don Shard concealed. Had she chosen then to go before her people, my error in announcing her suicide would be known, to the great detriment of my efforts to assemble a resistance. In such circumstance as the Lady Ashe then found herself, even were she to proclaim Dalmasca restored, it would serve only to invite the Empire's wrath. Though Arcadia had lost her 8th fleet, she remained, as ever, a military power with which...
Hi guys, welcome to those that have just logged into the stream. We've just blitzed through the tomb of Wraithwall, taken care of our first Esper, and then dealt with Vossler afterwards as well. So we're making good progress here on the PC version of the game. I've got to say the cutscenes in this game are absolutely stunning. I'm not sure exactly what they've done as well for them in the Zodiac age, but they're as good as ever. They really are. They haven't dated, I don't think.
The Archadian Empire assembles a vast host under guise of martial exercises. It is our belief that...
Oh my goodness, Bosheki, that is so kind of you.
To make their strike
A $50 super chat, thank you ever so much. That means so much to me. Thank you very much, Bosheki. Oh, that's just amazing, thank you. Honestly, I don't do the videos that I do because I expect things in return like that, but it is so wonderful when people do support me like that, Bosheki, because it just shows that, you know, that people do appreciate the videos that I'm making, and it just means so much to me, so thank you very, very much. Thank you.
Excellency, though he be your son, justice must be served. A convenient thing, justice. And so I must now make a choice between my throne and my son. A most lamentable situation for us all.
Oh? For Lord Vane, perhaps. Yet surely Lord Lancer will make for a
No, Bosheki, thank you. Wow, that was just, well,
Well,
very, very appreciated. Very, very appreciated.
But he will not remain young forever. Already he busies himself unraveling Lord Vane's tangled skein. Lord Lancer has found his role to play and pursues it with some enthusiasm.
Ah, yes. And who would set him at such tasks?
What matter? Lord Vane himself once saw his elder brothers brought to like justice, did he not?
I was certainly planning to do that, Bosheki. Yeah, very kind, Alex. It was very kind indeed.
You may put yourself at ease, Lord Gramis. So long as the Senate watches over her, Arcadia's well-being will ever be ensured.
By your will, I shall bid Vane return to Arcades.
Okay, well now the cutscene's finished and I wasn't paying attention to it at all, thanks to Bosheki's donation. I haven't done a whole lot of VR stuff, to be honest, Alex, on the channel. I never really got an audience for it, so I didn't bother with it. There's a lot of setup involved. That's okay, Bosheki. I think I can forgive you. Oh, no, that was so amazing. Thank you. No, Alex, I just... People didn't seem to care to watch it, which is fine. I don't mind. It just, you know, doesn't make it worth setting it all up then to record. So
it was the Dawn Shard that brought down the Imperial fleet.
You know your stuff.
Have you got a VR system, have you, Alex?
Power of such force. I've seen it once before. Lady Ashe, you know of what I speak.
Nabudis.
The capital of Old Nebradia, Lord Rassler's fatherland. At the time of the invasion, a division of Imperials entered the city. There was a mighty explosion. Friend and foe died alike. Something was there. One of the Dynast King's relics. The Midlight Shard was in Nebradia.
More Nethercide. Well, no wonder they invaded.
That ridiculous war. The trap at the treaty signing. All this because Vayne wanted power. He must not be allowed to claim the Nethercite. The Empire must never hold it.
Oh, they already do. The Dusk Shard? Most likely the Midlight Shard, too. Besides, can't they manufacture Nethercite now?
Very well. Then the path set before us is clear. We'll use the Dawn Shard to fight them. Dalmasca does not forget kindness, nor ill deed done. With sword in hand, she aids her allies. Sword in hand, she lays to rest her foes. This Nethercite I hold must be my sword. I will avenge those...
Ah, okay. Yeah, I've got a Wii U, actually. I haven't played it for a while. The kids like to use it quite a bit, I've got to say. But no, it's a great console. I think a lot of people have a lot of hate for the Wii U, but it was actually not a bad console at all. It was just marketed poorly. Yeah, Bayonetta is just a classic.
People live by the old ways.
And Mario Kart, of course.
Lore is a part of their culture. They may hear it, the cry of the Nethercite's power. Whispers of the stone's menace.
I was looking at the Switch as well, but I just haven't been able to justify that purchase at the moment.
We declare Dalmasca free without the means to defend our claim. The Empire would crush us. You must take me to meet with the Gareth.
They live beyond Osman Plain.
Not exactly close.
Compensation, is that what you want?
Straight to the point, aren't we? I like that. Compensation. How about the ring?
This? Isn't there something else?
No one's forcing you.
Oh man, I honestly forgot how long the cutscenes were in this game when they start playing.
I'll give it back to you as soon as I find something more valuable.
What do you mean something more valuable?
Hard to say. I'll know when I find it. What is it you want, Vaughn? What are you looking for?
Me? What am I looking for?
Yeah, two very good games actually, Basheki. Mario Maker. I've actually had a lot of fun with Mario Maker, but I've had more fun downloading levels that other people have made and playing them than I have actually making them. Mainly because my own imagination sucks, and every level I make pretty much tends to be the same. And Xenoblade Chronicles X was something I put a lot of time into as well. The only downside I had with that game, I thought, was that some of the grinding to get the best weapons and the best scales was just so excessive that it required a dedication that even I couldn't afford to put into it. I wanted to do a YouTube series on Xenoblade Chronicles X as well, but because of Nintendo's stance on uploading their content, it just made it very, very difficult to do it, so I didn't in the end.
I made my resolve 2 years ago. I swore to overcome any hardship I may face.
Man cannot live by
No, I haven't done it, Alex.
Princess.
I would love to, but like I say, because of it being Nintendo property, they make it very, very awkward to upload footage of their games to YouTube. They start claiming your content left, right and centre then. So it's a bit awkward. Right, so our next destination is going to have to be Giza Plains. Let's just see if there's anything else that's come available yet at the bazaar. Where's the vendor? Oh, it's down here. I'm not used to being that side of it. Yeah, unfortunately, Alex, it's a bit of a nuisance. That's why you don't see a whole lot of Nintendo content on this channel. And they've just changed their program recently as well, their so-called partner program, and have started claiming everyone's videos or something. Or you're not allowed to live stream either, all of a sudden, which you used to be able to. I don't know why they take very strong stances on it. A lot of game developers and publishers realise the positive impact that YouTube creators have in marketing their products and their games, but for some reason Nintendo don't seem to agree with that, which is fine, it's their business, but that's the reason why I can't do a whole lot of their stuff. So we need to speak to Mont Blanc because he's going to give us some rewards. And Belias. And we've already accepted the hunts. So, I'm just going to... I don't think, actually, that's going to have affected anything at the bazaar. I have been thinking about it, Basheki. I have been thinking about it. Secrets of Mana wasn't a game I played back when it first came out. On the Nintendo... Was it the Super Nintendo? Or the NES? I can't remember. Super Nintendo, I think, wasn't it? But I have been looking at the gameplay and the trailers for the new one, and it's, you know, being a fan of the JRPG genre, it does look like it could be a bit of fun. But I'm not sure yet whether there'd be an audience for a lot of content on that or not, on that game. But maybe I will do a couple of videos on it and see what people think, maybe a live stream. But also, there's Final Fantasy 15 is coming out on the PC as well in March. So I probably want to do a few videos and live streams on that. And also, a game I am looking forward to, SNES, thank you, is, I forgot what it is now, Ni no Kuni 2. Which, the first one was a good game. Very charming. Yeah, a little bit childish. So not everyone's cup of tea. But a very charming role-playing game. And I am looking forward to the sequel, so I'll probably be doing some videos on that as well. I did do a playthrough for the first game. There's like 100 videos in it or something a few years ago. Alright, Alex. Yeah, thanks for stopping by today, matey. Okay, you go and deal with the construction people. Take care. Right, so I do need to, I think, just pop into trial mode. The reason for that is I need to get a little bit of gil, actually. We haven't yet got access to the cat hood accessory, which gives us nice amounts of gil in place of experience. So we just have to make do with selling some of the stuff that we can get from that trial mode. So if we head to the Moogle here, he can just port us straight back to... Which is the orange one? Westgate, isn't it? Oh, no. It's the south one. I always get them confused. I don't know why. Okay, the west gate is when you go into the aerodome. That's it. And then the south one is for the orange crystal. Oh, fantastic then, Basheki. I take it you'll be playing it then. Are you going to be getting it on PS4 or on PC? I think they're the two systems it's coming out on, isn't it? I'm not sure if it's coming out on Xbox, but I don't think it is. Right, let me just set up for trial mode briefly here. We just need our higher levels because there's no experience in trial mode. Where is the blood sword license? I've not been able to see that. I have looked for it. Just want to make sure that our leader, which is Balthier, doesn't have the diamond armlet at the moment. Okay. If I do get it, I'm not sure whether I'll get it on PS4 or on PC, but I think Amazon are doing a hard physical copy of it for quite cheap, so I might check that out. So we're just going to trial mode. This one. So the good thing about this is that in the first stage, you can loot the diamond armlet. If you don't have a diamond armlet equipped, which we don't at the moment, you can get as many of them as you want, and they sell for 6,000 gil each. Which isn't a bad way of making a little bit of gil when you're running low, as we are. Now, obviously later on, we can get the cat accessory, or the cat hood, is it called? And then we just have gil coming out of our ears then. And welcome, guys, to those that are just joining us on stream. We've done quite a bit already today, actually. We've gone through the Tomb of Wraithwall. Done some boss fights. And now we're just going through trial mode, collecting some license points and a touch of the old gil. One of these, I think it was the last one, actually, we can steal a blood sword, which could have sold, but not to worry. So now we can go ahead and equip the diamond armlet. Well, we could if Balthier actually had the license for it, which he very selfishly doesn't at the moment. I thought he doesn't. Oh no, there it is, number 3. There we go. And now just slowing down a touch, we'll grab the loots. A pointy hat. And I don't think anything too exciting, maybe blind or blind nah in here. Quiver of onion arrows. Don't call them dumb questions, Basheki, because I might not know the answers, and then I might sound dumb. Silken shirt. Oh, there's blind. I was one stage ahead. I don't know if there's anything to steal off the top of my head from him, but it's usually a good idea to try. A gold needle. How exciting. And try stealing again from the clockatrice. So things are a little bit harder now because we don't have access to Vossler, unfortunately, which we did the last time we fought. What's his face? Belias. I will probably have to finish the stream soon, guys, because the kids will all be back. But I'll be back on again, probably tomorrow, actually, because I'm out this evening. Where's the other chest? There's always 2 chests. Oh, there it is. And France still doesn't have access to charge for some reason. I need to teach her that. Come on, last one. I just thought that is like the fight against the 5 judges, isn't it? But a little bit easier. The one that we have later on stage 100. Possibly the hardest fight in any Final Fantasy standalone game, in my opinion. And not just because the fight itself is hard, which it is, but because trying to get there is hard. As you have to finish the stage before against Amiga in good shape. That said, we're not in too great a shape at the moment, and I need to stock up on high potions. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I think we might just leave it here for now. We're just going to blitz through our potion supply. We'll go ahead and sell some of the stuff that we got. Okay, Basheki, the accessory that changes, so that doubles your health, I believe, off the top of my head, is called Bubble Belt. And changing your jobs, no, you can't, unfortunately. You cannot change your jobs. The choices you make are permanent. If you're playing on PC, I have just put out a video showing you where you can download a master save file, which is just saved. It's the point of the game, just after the Tomb of Wraithwell, where you would normally select your second job, but on this save file, all 12 jobs are selectable, so you can either play around with different builds, or use that as a starting point as to where you want to take the game from there. But no, unfortunately, there is no way to reset your job choices once you've made them and you've saved your game. Let's just check that we did go ahead and get everything. What did we loot? Yeah, it looks like we did. Right, so let's find a vendor that we can sell to. We'll have a look at the techniques vendor. Sometimes new stuff does become available as you progress through the story, so it's usually worth just checking the shops out as you go. I do want to keep the blood sword. Yeah, no problem, Basheki. It does kind of suck. Right, diamond arm on it. Just sell some of this rubbish since we don't need it. I'll keep the arrows though. And loot. So I don't want to sell the Great Serpent skin yet, since that's going to be part of the quest later on. Oh, so much loot to sell. Oh, Arcana. It's always a good idea to buy the bazaar goods when they become available, because you get things at a lot cheaper price than you would by getting them by other means, or by purchasing them from shops in other places. So I don't think any of these techniques are worth spending gil on at the moment, since they're quite expensive. Just check the other shops out here. Right, one thing I do want to check out is the Gambit shop, because we need MP less than 10%, and the reason for that is so that we can set up a charge Gambit. I haven't seen if they have Heiter, unfortunately, not for the PC version of the game, only on PS4. But I do keep an eye out to see what the latest news is on that, since I know there are many people watching this channel that would like me to update them once any more information becomes available. But as of when I last checked, no. There was no news on that. I want self MP. Less than 10%. Just get them all. I guess we could go for some AoE gambits as well. I'm trying to be a little bit careful with how we're spending our gil, since we've only got limited amounts at this particular moment in time. We'll go and see if there's any new magics available for purchase as well. So our next destination in terms of the story is going to be traversing the Giza Plains over to the Osmone Plain. And no more magics at the moment. Like I say, just a good idea to check more than anything. Don't know where I'm going that way. Oh, that's no problem, Heiter. Yeah, I hope that does help you. I thought it would help a few people. Sadly, we can't do that for the PS4 players. But at least for those playing on PC, it'll be something. Oh, thank you for that subscription. Alright then guys, well I'm going to have to make a move now because it's 4 o'clock here, which means the family's going to be back any moment now. So I do need to go and prepare for their arrival, shall we say. So thanks for all of those that stopped by. Don't forget guys, you can go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel to be kept notified of when I go live with future streams. And that probably will be tomorrow at this point because I'm out this evening. But thanks again for stopping by. And Basheki, once again, just thank you ever so much for your donation. That's very much appreciated and helpful as well, so thank you for that. But cheers guys, have a good day, and I'll see you all soon.